Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine. I am also fine. So, in the previous class, we have learnt the chapter Matter Around Us, few topics with small activities. We have learned that matter is made up of small particles, small tiny particles. And there are three states of matter, the possible states of matter: solids, liquids and gases. And in all the three states of matter, it is made up of particles. These particles may be called as atoms or molecules or ions depending on the situation. And we have also seen the arrangement of these particles in solids, liquids and gases. In solids, the particles are very tightly packed. Gases, there is very large intermolecular spaces are present. Large intermolecular spaces are present and very less intermolecular forces of attraction. So, coming to solids, solids are very large intermolecular forces of attraction. That means a small piece of solid contains a very large number of tiny particles. It is made up of very large number of tiny particles. For example, if we take a piece of chalk or anything which is in solid state, it is made up of a large number of tiny particles. And we have also seen about diffusion, how the diffusion takes place. Okay, now what we are telling in this class here, the matter is made up of small particles, that means very tiny particles which are called very small particles, and how small the particles are, matter are. Today in this class we are going to learn about how small are the particles of matter through one small activity. In this activity, actually this activity should be performed with the help of potassium permanganate crystals. Potassium permanganate crystals looks like purple color crystals, and when you add one or two potassium permanganate crystals in a large volume of water, even that large volume of water also turns into purple color. Okay, so here potassium permanganate crystals are not available for me, so that's why to compensate that one I have taken another some rangoli color, pink color, which is just similar to that of the potassium permanganate color. So this is the rangoli color. I am taking some few containers here, and these small containers 1 2 3 4 5 6, and in all these containers half of the container is going to be filled with water. I am taking some water. See, like this. I have filled half of the container with water, plain water. And now in this container I have taken some pink color. Just assume that this is a potassium permanganate. I am taking a small little bit, a small pinch of this food color in this first container. I am stirring it well. When you stir it well, what happens? This solid color particles will be diffused into the liquid. In liquids, there will be intermolecular spaces. So, these solid particles will be settling in that intermolecular spaces. So, this liquid, this solid completely dissolved in this liquid, and it is uniformly distributed in the whole water. Therefore, the whole water is turned into dark pink color. Now, what I am taking, I have taken an empty container and pouring a little bit, just 5 to 10 ml of this liquid from the first container I have taken, and I am pouring into the second one. See, the second one also have got colored. And now again I am taking from the second one, I am taking and pouring into the third container. Third container also have got some color, but which is somewhat faded, some less color than the first two. Now from third container also I have taken a little bit liquid, and I am pouring into the fourth one. color is still faded. From fourth one also again I have taken small amount and added in the fifth one. So here again the color is still reduced, decreased. Again I am pouring into the last container. So now you can see the color difference from the first to last, how the color is varied. Here the dark color is there in the first container, there is a dark color. Here some decreased. The color is still reduced. See, in the last container also we can see, we are able to see the some pinkish color. That means in the first container I have added a very little bit, a pinch of, not a teaspoon also. I have added a 1/4 teaspoonful of this color into the first container. That one, that small enough, the small pinch of this color is able to color the large volume of water. These many containers, this total water, this large volume of water is able to turn into this pink color. That means this pinch of color contains the tightly packed, the many large number of tiny particles are present in this. That's why these tiny particles are able to color the large volume of water also. We can still see the small pink color in this one. Little bit pink color is appearing, very lesser, but it is still appearing in this last container also. So that we can say that what is our conclusion from this activity means the particles, whether the solids or liquids, they are containing the small particles. They are made up of very small particles, and these particles are able to color the large volume of water. They can easily diffuse into the other liquids. The solids can diffuse into the liquids and give the color to them. This activity can be done with the help of potassium permanganate crystals, and not only that, we can also even perform this activity with the help of blue colored crystals of copper sulfate also. So when we perform with these solids also, we will get the same results. When you adding two crystals, very small crystals of potassium permanganate, when you add to the first container, even you will be seeing the same colors like this. A small 2 crystals of potassium permanganate contains a large number of tiny particles which are tightly packed in it. We can understand from this activity. Okay.